Hello and welcome to Getting Candid with me, your girl Hellen. You're joining me from Angoni Grills, and this is where we're chilling from today and having fun with a lot of chats. Also reminding you guys to keep subscribing to the channel, turn on the bell, because we don't want you to miss any conversation that we give you on this platform. Now today, I think I'm featuring he's one of the best vocalists that we have in the country. He's done a lot of great songs. He's featured on a lot of songs, and those songs always turn out to be hits. I'm talking about Scott. Scott is also a winner of Airtel Trace Music Stars. Let's get to know him a little more and find out what he's currently working on the other side. Welcome back. So I mentioned that I'll be chatting with Scott today. Hi.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm awesome. Thanks for having me.
I just can't believe that it's the first time we're meeting.
Yeah.
How?
It's very crazy, you know.
Yeah.
I guess it's a huge country, I guess. But
I don't know.
I've known you for so long, but like
Me
we've
too.
never met.
And I don't know, in my head I thought we've met before.
Somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, maybe we met maybe at an event. Maybe it has, but officially.
No, this is like the first time.
This is the first time. I'm glad you're here though.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so I have questions for you. I want us to just enjoy this conversation because the fact that I've never met you, I've never ever interviewed you. Yeah, so Trace Music Stars, that was when?
That was 2015. That was basically my introduction to the music industry at a different level, you know, like at a more professional level. And it was basically about 16 Pan-African countries that were brought together, and then different people from those countries were selected to compete against each other in a singing competition. And I was one of the people that was a part of that. Wizzy was also a part of that. Yeah, that was something that was quite an experience to have. You know?
I'm sure you were quite young then.
Yeah, I was. I was
but
pretty young. I was about 21, 20, maybe somewhere there.
Okay. Now I'm thinking that before that, were you like doing music already?
Before that, I wasn't making music like as something that I wanted to do and like make something out of it. It was just I was doing something out of passion, making the music out of passion. You know, I'm with my friends, and we create some songs, and they wouldn't really go anywhere. You know, so before that, it was just mostly me being passionate about the music, but not really knowing or having a direction to go. So after the Trace Music Stars, that's when I kind of started learning more and more about the music industry and how to brand yourself and all that stuff. So it's been a journey.
How much did you win?
So we're gonna ask me. It was about after tax 250,000 kwacha, I think.
What did you do with it? Or what did your parents or guardians?
Spent most of it, but like some of the money went to some of the things that I mostly family stuff.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm sure your guardians were handling the
my mom was the one who was basically in charge of dealing with a lot of the costs for things. I'll be like, Mom, I need to do this because we need it for the music, and she'll be like, oh, okay, I'll look into it. Let me just see how much we can square and see if it's viable. That was the word that was being thrown around a lot.
Okay. She did well though.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, because I can imagine if they just say do whatever you want to do with the money.
I would have gone crazy with it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm thinking, you know, with most auditions, most people will say, usually the winner doesn't go anywhere, you know, and then we see you were at the competition, Wiz was at the competition, and then she blew up earlier before you. Yeah. How did that make you feel? Did it make you feel like, what am I doing wrong? What am I?
Not really, because I've always been the type of person that tends to run my own race, and I'll be facing a lot of challenges. But like I'll always try and look at the positive things and say, okay, what am I missing? What am I supposed to learn in this moment? Yeah. And I had a lot of moments like that during that period. And at the end of the day, I think I'm a firm believer in time. Yeah. So everything happens at the set time, provided you learn the lessons you're supposed to learn in those moments.
Okay. So what do you think you got from the competition apart from the money? lessons, growth?
Yeah, well, first of all, it taught me that just because you are privileged or you have something that other people would want to have and feel they'll be in a better position if they had, it doesn't mean that you still can't also have bigger dreams, dreams bigger beyond that as well. So besides that, I also learned patience is a virtue. I learned a lot about the music industry and how to just release a song. A lot of people, you'd be surprised, a lot of people wouldn't know the first thing to do to get like a proper release for a song. So I was learning a lot from different people. I was being mentored by Tivo. I was being mentored by Chandambao at the time. That was before we started making music together. And also, yeah, there's also other things about, you know, just life in general that were taught to me because I was awarded the opportunity to step into a room with people I wouldn't normally just meet on the street and like have a conversation with.
Yeah.
You know, but because that happened, it opened a lot of doors for me and like other people that I met that could teach me things and I could also learn from them.
Have you at any point ever felt like the Zambian audience doesn't really appreciate your kind of the music that you create? I want an honest answer.
And the honest answer is no, because when I go outside and I'm walking somewhere or I meet people, I always meet love. Like I've never met somebody who says the opposite of you know, something like that. I always meet people that show so much love, and I'm like, but like, how is this not translating into the music and all that stuff?
That's what I mean. That's like they can like you, but your
then,
music.
Yeah, but like I was trying to get to that, but like you find that I feel the Zambian music is so wide and people need to give it a chance, but like it's just a bit difficult. It's difficult because a lot of the majority of the people speak or would love to listen to music in a local language, and that barrier where I'm making most of my music in English means I can only reach a specific amount of people from this whole crowd, because there's some people who basically just don't want to listen to something that doesn't sound native. But like, I guess it's a learning process as well and a growing process, and I discovered that the music that I make is also something that's a niche, and people, if I find the right people in the right places, I could have the right audience, and that's what's been steadily happening with the growth in my music as well. There's been lots of people that I've had to find, and they've also found me, you know. Speaking of finding things, my new single, I Found You, was basically centered around so many different things, and one of the facets is finding one of the lessons that I experienced. I found a lot of people were finding me, and I was finding them in the process of learning that, oh, not every corner, every turn that you take is going to lead you to a good place. Yeah. But then beyond that, there's always going to be somebody who's going to listen to the music, who's going to listen to you. Okay. So it's always it's half and half, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So now I'm thinking, there's a time you posted that you want to retire from the music industry.
Yeah, there was a time. I did make that post. I posted something about quitting the music industry and the scene.
Yeah. And I saw some people saying, oh, he's frustrated because people were not giving him the support that he needs, were not giving the support that he deserves. There was a lot of, you know, speculations of why, what prompted that?
Well, at the time, I think I was going through like a really rough patch, you know, growing pains, transitioning into spaces that I didn't feel I was ready for. But then that's just life, you know. You find yourself in places where sometimes you're unprepared for a lesson, and once it hits you, you just kind of it confuses you a bit, and you kind of have to pick yourself back up. And for me, that was a moment of weakness that I had, and I felt like at that time I just felt like I was alone. And you know, it's so much worse to be in the public eye and be seen as a public figure, and have so many people that support you and love you and cherish your music, but then at the same time there's nobody you can talk to about what you're really going through.
Yeah.
You know, so for me at that moment I just felt like putting everything down and just being like, I need to take a break from this. I need to step back. I need to reshape my reality, and I think it has to start with my mental health. And at that point, that's when I started learning about that mental health, and having the capacity to know when you need to take some time off to have wellness for yourself, to recuperate and rejuvenate your body and your mind.
What was really going on behind closed doors?
Well, I guess I was in a position where I wanted to, there were certain things that I wanted to do involving my personal life, and they were conflicting with my the life that I have as an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? So I found myself in a tight spot, so I couldn't find the perfect balance into to just go forward and create what I wanted to see at my reality as. So it was, I can't really speak on it like like super openly, but like it was something that everybody, I think, everybody goes through, where you're questioning yourself and you're questioning the direction that you're going, and is it worth it? You look back at where you've come from, and you look to the future, and you're thinking, in that moment I kept on thinking, am I going to be the person that I set out to be? And you're looking at the, you're looking at the clock, and you're thinking, oh, time is running out, but like I have to achieve certain things by the time I'm this old, or by the time I'm at this position. But then you look around you and you don't really see some of those things. And then I guess it was a learning moment for me to show me that some things take time, and you just have to look around you and be more positive and assertive about the things that are going on around you.
Nice. Yeah. So after you felt like, okay, I can pick myself up, how did you do it? Did you just do it yourself? Did you talk to somebody?
I spoke to a few people that came on board. After I made that announcement, I got a lot of calls from so many different people that were concerned, obviously. But then you know how it is with things like that, where you feel you're affected mentally and emotionally. You don't really know who you can trust and speak to about how you feel in that moment. There's so much pressure in your head that is obviously being created by your thoughts. Yeah. So your own thoughts become your enemy, and then you have this paranoia, and sometimes trusting people who even mean well for you becomes very difficult. Yeah. So when I was in that space, there's some people that came along, and well, they helped me get through it. Speaking about there's a lady that I met that was telling me about, she just called, in fact, it was a random number, and I was ignoring everyone's calls that week because I just needed time to my thoughts to just process. So that week, I think the number of calls had kind of gone down, and she called me, and I picked up. I didn't even want to pick, I didn't even know who was calling on that number, so I just picked up. And she just started talking. She just went on, I know you're very busy, but listen to me. I'd like to meet you and just have a conversation. I run an organization for mental health awareness and well-being. And me and my colleagues would like to just have a conversation with you and just see if we can help you work out a few of the things that you're going through. Because we have some people on our team that are specialized in this type of stuff, like social counseling and all that stuff. So I was like, at the time, I really didn't have the energy to engage with that. But I was like, okay, at the end of the day, it's for my own good. So I took the bait, and the following week we had a conversation. From there, she set up a few sessions with one of our coaches. And we made some progress, just talking about unraveling some of the things that were in my head that I felt like they needed to be. It's like a thread that's tangled, and it's just in your head. So you kind of have to like slowly untangle that thread until it all makes sense. So those people helped me get through. My significant other also was part of the people that helped me to become a bit more stable and come to terms with my reality and just be comfortable with where I was and where I was supposed to go. Yeah, there was also a few friends that came on board and just kind of helped me to give me perspective on what was going on with me. Yeah.
I like that you went to get help, because I mean, a lot of people in this country, we experience some
that's true.
mental breakdowns. There's so much that happens to us, but getting help usually seen as a foreign thing. So I like that if you speak out and say you gave yourself, because I think that's strong. That's a strength. If you're able to admit that I've got a problem, I'm not okay, I can't handle it, and you get help, that's a big step.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that it's obviously not easy for anybody who's ever been in a position where you've got that kind of pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
So I feel like we live in a modern world, and today having conversations about things like this should be normal.
Should be normal.
We live in a modern world. There's so much that we see on our phones, on our just in our daily lives. You know, we're looking at so many different other people living different lives. So at some point, you find that each person faces some kind of pressure, but then how you deal with it. Some people just internalize that pressure until they just explode. I mean, God forbid, but I probably could have gone as far as taking my own life, but I didn't.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that also goes against my religious belief. I believe in God, and well, you can't do that according to. But then I just hope if anybody out there is listening, they just learn from the fact that it's okay to not be okay. And it's okay for people to have somebody that they want to talk to.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody goes through, just remember that everybody goes through something, goes through difficult times. And dealing with it is easier than letting it overcome you.
Yeah. Nice. So you mentioned, I know earlier on you mentioned how Chandambao was mentoring you, you said. So you didn't, because I always wanted to know, like, where did these guys meet? The chemistry on the songs, you guys, when you work together, it's so beautiful.
It's crazy.
So you met before you even started making music together?
Yeah, we met before. Well, it was basically in a studio setting, because he used to go to the same studio I was going to. Okay. So before that, we started talking. But the first time we like got in the studio, we made that song. We made a song called "Selfish." That was I think maybe 4 or 5 months, I think, of just like talking and whatever. But the first time we got in the studio, we worked on that song, and from then on, it's been crazy learning from so many different people. And he's one of the people that actually helped me understand certain things about how to navigate the industry and all that.
Okay, so you were telling me your album is almost done.
Yeah, it's pretty much. Oh my God, there's so many songs. I just didn't know. I'm at a point where I'm spoiled. Yeah. I don't think there's such a thing as too many songs, but like there is, in this case, there is. For me, I have so many songs that the biggest challenge was choosing the songs that I wanted to be on there. Yes, we'll make the cut. You know what I'm saying? Imagine having to choose from like over 300 songs just to to have like.
You've been writing that music for how long?
I don't know. I've been writing for such a long time, because even before I used to make music.
Yeah.
I used to write novels. Like I was surprised.
Okay.
Yeah. So like words come easily to me when it comes to writing. So I guess that's where the passion for having so many things to write came from. Before I used to.
Oh wow!
But if you read my novels today, they're probably you think they're cool, but at the time they're like written by a 14-year-old, so I didn't really have like an idea.
You should give me one. I should read one.
Yeah, sure. I'll send you some of the old stuff. It's actually on the internet, actually.
I can find.
Yeah, you can. There's a website called Wattpad.
Okay.
Yeah, but
you should send me a link.
I'll send you the link.
You should send me the link, and so I'll read it and I can talk about it on the show.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you just stopped writing books, like?
I didn't stop, because I originally wanted to pursue journalism. But then I kind of got put in a different course because the other course I wanted was full. So
you studied what?
Human resource management.
Ah, from journalism to human resource.
So it was like a whole different world.
It's a whole
like,
different, not even public relations, but it was just a whole
just a whole different. It's like, oh, super.
Wow.
Yeah, but I got to learn a lot of business skills from there, a lot of things from the.
But have you ever practiced human resource?
In my, not as an employed person.
Intern.
But like, yeah, as an intern, but like not really like I started getting a salary for. No.
Yeah.
I've mostly just done like internships and mentorship programs with some of the people that I knew from all these different places that I would meet them.
Okay,
Because I'll take advantage of the fact that, these people know me from the music world. Okay, cool. What do they do? This guy is a business mogul in such a. I'm like, okay, let's see what we can do with this. Let's see what we can work on with this person. And yeah, so back to what I was saying, the music.
Yes, the album. Yeah.
The album. So I'm spoiled for choice for what kind of theme I'd like to go for in terms of the music I want to put on the album, the compilation. But like, it's pretty much, I feel like it's pretty much ready right now. I've already established something that I'm going to definitely stand by. And yeah, I guess we're like 80% done, pretty much.
Okay.
Just need to figure out when we're gonna drop it. That's it.
So the when is the issue, but you've managed to pick the songs that you want. How many songs are going to be on the album?
Between 9 and 12.
You're still choosing. I take it you're still choosing.
Yeah, there's like a few songs that need more. Like, I'm like, is it this one or this one? I don't know. Both of them sound really cool, but like, what are we trying to go for? So
yeah.
That's the challenge there. Right
Any
now.
features that we should look out for, or you're not sharing?
I don't think I could share right now about that because
Yeah.
I'll be giving away the whole wow factor of it. But like, there's a few features that I feel like people would be
Okay,
be
it's
really
number
excited
on
to
the
have.
album.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my brother. He's
Cool.
definitely on the album. But besides him, I don't think I can speak about anybody else. To be a surprise.
We can't wait.
Yeah.
So we'll be waiting for the when the album will be dropping.
And I should be announcing the title in a few weeks.
So the title, when, maybe the cover.
Yeah, the cover art, track list, everything will drop with the title.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I can't wait for that. And I can't
Awesome.
believe it's going to be your first album.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's gonna be my first album. I feel like it's taken so long because obviously the music that's in there, the music that I've made is incredible. I feel like it's incredible. And also for some of the music, you'd find some songs have taken me a long time to write because at the time you find that I have a concept for a song, but like I can't really write it in its full glory because I haven't experienced certain things, because most of my music is based on truth and things that I've experienced. You know, I try to keep it relatable and something that somebody would listen to and be like, oh, okay, I could see myself going through something like that. And there's some songs which have really taken a long time because you find you're trying to write the verse, the perfect or the verse that's gonna carry that emotion on the song, but then you can't really connect because you haven't. There's a certain side to that experience that you haven't seen, because every experience has got two different sides. The first time you learn about it, the second time you kind of understand it even better.
Okay.
So that's part of the reason why I feel like I took some time to put an album out.
Cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited for you, and I'm
Me
happy
too.
for you, and I'm
Thank
happy
you.
that you came back into
Yeah.
the industry, because we were
Thanks.
thinking, one of my friends is a very big fan of you, Moka.
Thank you. Oh, thank
She's the one who really complains so much, like, why are we letting talent go just like this?
Yeah.
But it's good that you're here.
I'm here and I'm ready to, give people more and more quality music. I feel like the industry the Zambian industry has been in a transition period, and there's been a lot of changes and a lot of new people coming in, and I feel like we have so much to give, just here as a people. There's so many different skill sets that each and every artist has, and learning to embrace that as a nation is one of the reasons and one of the things that's going to propel us into building for the global market.
Okay.
And putting our stamp on that.
Yeah. Anything special that's going to happen for the release? Are you having a launch, or it will just be from?
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a launch, a release.
Okay.
I'm just not sure what we're going to call it yet, but there's definitely going to be a bunch of people coming together to celebrate some good, really, really good music. So on the launch, we'll obviously have like, I'd love to have you there. This is like
You've invited me.
Yeah.
He's invited me. I'm gonna go there.
And all the guys in
Thank
here
you.
as well.
Definitely, I would love to be there.
Yes, definitely. So I'll give you the date for it. We should be announcing it in a few weeks.
Sure.
We'll definitely have everything set.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
I hope it's soon, though.
It is very soon. Sooner than you think.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Thanks for having me.
How can people find you on social media?
So I'm on social media as @ScottZambia on Twitter, @ScottZambia on Instagram. It's basically Scott Zambia everywhere. Facebook as well, Scott Zambia. My YouTube channel is also Scott Zambia. You could connect with me on Facebook. I'm more active on my Facebook because I feel like it's an easier platform to just interact with people.
Yeah.
And Twitter as well. I try to respond to tweets as much as possible, but like Twitter's a different world.
It's different.
Savage.
Yeah.
You know, but you could follow me. I'll follow back. I'm on TikTok as well. Most of my music is on major stores, and you can stream it and have a listen.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Alrighty, guys, so that was Scott Zambia. I hope you guys follow him and listen to his music. Check out his music. I can't wait for his album. Let's all wait together and dance and listen. I don't know if we're getting emotional. He hasn't given us so much, but that's the reason for us to wait and look out for it. From me, your girl, Helen, it's bye-bye.